Long-term love doesn't die. It just gets neglected. Let's talk about something a lot of couples quietly worry about, but rarely say it out loud. That moment when you look at your relationship and you think, are we just roommates now? You love each other, of course you do. You share a house, you share bills, you might even share kids, pets, or a Netflix account that no one remembers what the password is. But the spark, yeah, it's gone. That guy seems to have packed his bags and moved to Bali. But here's the truth that most people get wrong. Most couples do not know that long-term love does not just suddenly die. It gets neglected very slowly, very quietly, usually while everyone is busy doing life. The kids, work, laundry, school runs, groceries, bills. Before you know it, the relationship that used to be so full of flirting and touching and laughing, people forget to laugh now, that excitement, that honeymoon phase, it's turned into logistics and exhaustion. And here's the thing. Psychologists have actually been studying long-term relationships for decades. And what they consistently find is that happy couples don't stay connected by accident. They stay connected by intention. It takes effort. And one of the biggest names in relationship research, John Gottman, he actually found that successful couples consistently respond to what he calls the bids for connection. A bid for connection can be something really tiny, really small. So, oh, look at this funny video. Or, oh, did you hear what happened at work today? Come here, come and sit next to me. They're small moments where one partner is actually reaching out. They're reaching out emotionally. And over time, couples either turn towards those small bids or they turn away from them. They don't get it. But couples who stay happy long term, they respond positively to those little things, those bids, around 80% of the time. So couples heading toward that disconnection, that complacency and boredom, well, that number drops dramatically. Now here's where things get really interesting. Neglect doesn't always usually look dramatic. It looks normal. It looks like, oh, I'll talk to them later. Oh, I'm too tired tonight. How many women have said that? Oh, we'll go on a date, next month. Those little postponements, they slowly pile up until months or even years go by without the relationship actually getting the attention that it deserves, that it actually needs. Think about it like a plant. If you don't water a plant for a week, it's probably fine. If you forget for a month, well, it's starting to look a little sad. But if you forget to water that plant for 6 months, well, now you've got a very expensive stick in a pot. Relationships work exactly the same way. They don't collapse overnight. They dry out. Now, here's the good news though. If neglect created the distance, then attention can rebuild that connection, and connection is so important. It doesn't require grand gestures, guys. It doesn't require expensive romantic getaways. It's usually the small, little, consistent things that keep you connected. For example, touch, and not necessarily sexual touch, just physical closeness, a hug that lasts longer than 2 seconds, or holding hands while walking somewhere. A kiss that isn't just a quick peck, that you throw your cheek in for when you're leaving the house. Research actually shows that physical affection releases oxytocin. It's often called the bonding hormone. It literally helps partners feel safer and more connected. And here's the truth. Women need the emotional connection to develop a physical one. But something even simpler, conversation. Not the logistical stuff. Not, did you pay the electricity bill? Real conversation. How are you feeling lately? Sweetheart, what's on your mind? because emotional intimacy doesn't grow through scheduling. And men are the opposite. They need the physical connection to develop an emotional one. But what do most couples underestimate? The playfulness. Think back to the early stages of your relationship. You know, when you teased each other and you flirted and you laughed at stupid things you don't even acknowledge anymore. But somewhere along the line, adulthood arrived, and then suddenly, well, everything just got serious. Life got busy. But playfulness is actually one of the biggest predictors of long-term attraction. When couples laugh together, when they flirt and keep that light energy alive, it reminds the brain that this person isn't just your co-parent or your housemate. They're your partner, your lover, the person that you chose. And then there's something else that often absolutely dissipates or disappears over time. Appreciation. In the beginning, people say thank you for absolutely everything. Thanks for dinner. Thanks for dropping me off. Thanks for helping me with that. I really appreciate you, 10 years later, people start assuming that those things are just expected. We take them for granted. But feeling appreciated is one of the absolute strongest emotional needs in relationships for both of you. When someone feels valued, they're absolutely more affectionate. They're more patient. They're more invested. So if you're sitting there wondering whether your relationship has absolutely lost its spark, and many of you do think that, then ask yourself a different question. Has love actually disappeared? Or has the relationship just been running on autopilot for way too long? Because autopilot is comfortable, it's assumed, it's expected, but it's not very romantic. The couples who stay deeply connected long term, well, they're the ones who actually keep showing up. They keep showing up for each other, and not just the big ways, it's the absolute small ways. They keep flirting, they keep touching, they keep talking, they keep making each other feel chosen. You need to make your partner a priority, even when life is busy, even when kids are screaming, even when one of you is wearing flannelette pajamas and the other one hasn't slept for 3 days. Hell, we all know what that's like, especially with kids. But connection isn't built in one big moment, it's built in thousands of tiny ones. And the good news is that you can actually start rebuilding those moments at any time. You can start now, tonight, start tomorrow. Start right now. A longer hug, a genuine compliment, 10 minutes of uninterrupted conversation. Those little things might seem small, but over time, trust me, they're exactly what keeps a relationship alive. They're exactly what long-term love requires. If this topic resonates with you and you want more practical tips on keeping the spark alive in your relationship, especially long-term relationships, then I have so many resources available to you. And you can head over to my website at kgbincorporated.com. And I give you, actionable tips all the time. I share free guides. I've got so many relationship tools and advice to help couples stay connected. It's my absolute passion because I've been through it. And sometimes I deliver my information a little bit cheeky. But if you've enjoyed this video, then please make sure that you follow, because every other day I talk about sex, intimacy, relationships, and the real stuff that happens after 40, after 50, kids, chaos, mismatched libidos, oh my God, menopause. Because long-term love doesn't die, guys. It doesn't die. It just needs a little attention. I'm KGB. Real talk,